Well, hello everybody. It's Peter over at Dad Rat's Forge. Now, I know you haven't seen anything from me for quite some time. Many reasons for that, but the simplest of all is that I've just not really been mentally in the right place to do them, to do videos, to make anything like that. But that's by the by. This is short video inspired by Alex at Valhalla Ironworks to let everybody know who's inspired me in the creation of the few bits and pieces that I have made, and what it is that I like about the blacksmith community. Well, as Yamis said on his video, on his short stream, was that it's just everybody that inspires me. The people that have perhaps taught me the most are John at Black Bear Forge, Roy at Christ-Centered Ironworks, Dan at Trust Me I'm a Blacksmith, Dan Moss, and there's so many, but those are the guys that I watch and I learn most from. I was inspired to start watching the blacksmith videos by Alex Steele. You can see the hat here. He was just a force when I started watching. He was doing his live streams, and they were quite something to watch. A young man, I think he was about 18 at the time, and I was looking and thinking, yeah, he's a blacksmith. He was honest about what he did at school. He was honest about the fact that he didn't fully understand metallurgy, but he had learnt from Brian Bazile how to hit metal and how to make things by getting them hot and hitting them with a hammer, twisting them, shaking them, and it was an inspiration. So from there I started delving into one or two other bits and pieces, and I think it was shortly after starting to watch, I think it was one of Roy's. I joined in on a live stream that Roy was promoting, that he was having on, I can't remember what evening it was, and I just started chatting to the people in the chat room, texting away and getting some answers back, and I thought, these people were quite some human, and yeah, it just kind of went from there really. Then I watched some more. I watched Tim at Big Dog Forge. I mean, Tim's church, the Hammerheads. It was just inspirational. It's just people getting together, having a lot of fun, and just getting on with each other. There was no trash talking, and it was nice to see. Then sort of September last year, when the events that surrounded the Ohio quad state and the quad squad that developed from that, it was just, again, it was inspiring. All these people just took each other at face value. They all met up. 20 people, I think John said. Oh, excuse me, something I must do here. Inspiration. The inspiration these days really is from Dan the man. Trust me, I'm a blacksmith. So let's promote his cat. Nice hat. Very nice hat. Yeah, going back to Quad State, watching the antics at Quad State and the story of how Miss Penny managed to get over there from the UK. The advent of the Maker's Plate, I think, which is travelling. I think Penny might still have it. That sent over with Yames. Watching Sully, watching Yames, watching Hans, watching Ben, or chatting to Ben Toombs. That was quite frightening in the chats when it started off. It was, what's this boy on about? He keeps mentioning bands and ice creams and various other things. And just gotten to know him through chatting away. Really, really nice guy to talk to. But that goes for all of you. The time spent talking to Jeff and Denise and to Amy and to Hans, to Lufe, to Rob. Now, Rob's scary. I think Rob at Grandad's Forge, someone needs to check on him now and again. I haven't seen much of Alan lately, from curiosity. I hope he's okay. And Hubcap, Alan Schooner at Rusty Hubcap Forge. Those mallets he's making, they're just fantastic. It's some say it's a wooden hammer. Yes, it is, but there's a lot more than just a wooden hammer that goes into that. Other people which I've watched a lot of, the Essential Craftsman. The man has a passion for tools. He obviously loves his tools. He knows how to use them, and collects anvils and hammers, I guess. Again, just this is the kind of inspiration which you don't know, you don't realise you're looking for. Suddenly it just turns up. And you kind of think, yeah, I know where they're coming from. Anyway, so it's great to see, and it's also great to see younger smiths learning faster than I am, let's be fair. Watching another Alex at Hanneman Forge, getting involved, trying his bits and pieces, trying his knots. Oh, yeah, hang on a minute. I have another piece here. Alex, I wasn't able to get outside when I made this knot, so you'll have to forgive the fact that it is cold forged in a piece of aluminium. But it started off as a round piece, and I managed to tie it in a knot, even though, like I said, it is square or flat there. It's in aluminium, and I was sort of busy hammering away on the thing, and the other end was still remained round, which is how it started off. And I was just scrolling and twisting it in and tucking it in here, and I sort of had a look at the thing, and when I'd finished with it, it came out kind of looking like that, and I thought, oh, I hope they don't get upset. But I'm actually quite proud of the actual scrolling, because it's quite neat, it's quite nice, it looks quite good. It's just unfortunate that it's come out with a particular gesture. So I hope you guys don't mind, but a bit of inspiration. That one's from you, Alex. Thank you very much. So all this goes on. It's in this head here, which is probably just as bad as Rob's at Grandad's Forge, but we like it. We like it a lot. We like following the life choices that Ivy's Forge, that Anson has made, and that they've managed to get their own house. He's out of the forces now. Him and his partner are off doing their thing. They've got the homestead going. He's building himself another workshop, something I'm still doing, and it's getting there. It's slow but sure. What we thought was going to do for me and my daughter, no, she's got that. So mine is having to be rethought. But again, it's getting there, and we'll get some outside stuff. We'll get some forging done. But for right now, it's just thanks to everybody for inspiring. Thanks for everybody for saying hi and talking back to me when I do manage to get in the live chats. A lot of them being from the American side of the water means that I'm either asleep or half dozy by the time I actually get to see anybody. Again, we'll learn to deal with it. So yes, again, thank you. Just as another update, I saw I needed to make something, and I went and found a video by John Switzer about how to make this particular item. So after a bit of bashing, heating, twisting, shaping, I managed to make myself a hook and a staple. Now, don't ask me why I decided to put a twist in the staple, because I realised that I'd end up having to hammer it, so that wouldn't be much fun, would it? Still, I liked it. I'm happy with it. And then the final part was the eye, and I just cheated. I chucked a shot one in the fire, hammered it a little bit, coated it with beeswax. Hey presto, we've got a nice looking eye, and they all sort of match colour-wise. Very nice. So that's it for me for now. I think we'll stop there, otherwise I shall just waffle on more and more for ages. Thank you to everybody. I bought a hammer from Dan one of his fairly early ones, and it is just magnificent. It's a lovely thing. So if anybody says to you, should I buy a cheap hammer? Should I buy a shop made one, a forged one by one of the smiths? If you can afford it, get one of the smiths to make you a hammer. If you can't afford it, get one that feels good to you in your hands. Don't go and spend, $50, $60, $70 on something which you kind of don't like it. You can buy one for $40 if it feels good in the hand. If it fits, if it works, that's the one you use. Don't go too heavy. 2.5, £3 is the maximum you should really be thinking of. If you need to wail on something a bit heavier, try and get a striker in. Use a heavier hammer, but get someone else to wield it. You can hold it and say, hit there, boys, hit there. That's what we want. So, I'm hoping that I'll continue to grow as a person. Yeah, I'm knocking on a bit, but, we're still growing. I'm hoping that I'll get something sorted so that the videos, I can actually make a few videos. I'm not trying to create the world's best YouTube channel. I'm just trying to do something that I enjoy. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. But in the meantime, you will carry on doing what you're doing. You guys, fantastic. I love watching it. I love watching you all. Thank you so much. And see you on the video soon.